Valentine's, is it permissible or impermissible? Will you be my Valentine? Valentine. So Valentine's, people, is it permissible or impermissible? Is the question. Right? That just looks like I'm wearing some kind of a pink hat. Right? So the question is that it is absolutely, listen, first of all, I'll give you the fatwas given by many ulama, and I completely concur with this. It is permissible, it is not haram, and I'll go through the breakdown in just a moment. This is also the fatwa of Dar al-Ifta al-Misriya, the fatwa board, the official formal fatwa board in Egypt. Sheikh Ahmed Mamdouh has a whole thing on it online where he's one of the specialists in that Dar al-Ifta. This is also the fatwa of Sheikh Ahmed Qasim Al-Ghamidi, who is from Saudi Arabia, not Javed Ghamidi Saab, but Sheikh Ahmed Ghamidi from Saudi Arabia, who was the former head of the Hay'atul Amr bil Ma'ruf wa Nahy anil Munkar. You know, the religious police, the Islamic police. He was the head of that. It was his fatwa, and it is available online. It is also the fatwa of the Diwan al-Ifta, the fatwa formal fatwa council of Tunis, with their grand mufti, Mufti Uthman Butayykh, I think his name is Butayykh, I think he pronounces it like that, or Batayykh, I'm not sure. It looks like it's Bitikh, which would be rather offensive, I think, because isn't Bitikh a watermelon? But I'm sure it's not Bitikh, I think it's Butayykh, his actual pronunciation is. But he's the grand mufti of Tunis. He's also the same mufti who issued the fatwa over last year about men and women, sons and daughters being of equal inheritance. They are Malikis, and I think they're making some groundbreaking fatwa. So that's also his fatwa. It's also the fatwa of some other people, some people like Sheikh Yusuf Qardawi and Isam Talima. He's kind of Dr. Sheikh Isam Talima. He is on a lot of YouTube as well, and other people as well. But so there are many people who have given the fatwa that it is not haram. It is not definitely not haram. Al-asl fil ashya' al-ibaha, things by default are permissible. What is the background on Valentine's? Well, nobody's really too sure. Right, many people are not really too sure. Some people feel that there was a Saint Valentine that was from 278 of AD. So we're talking, in the 3rd century after Jesus, that they feel stood up to the Roman emperor at the time called Claudius II, who's called Claudius the Cruel. Claudius the Cruel. He's going to be a proper harami. If they introduce him, like if you turned up to his court and they said, well, let us introduce Claudius, His Highness Claudius the Cruel, you're thinking, Puttar, I've had it. I mean, who wants to be judged by Claudius the Cruel? But anyway, Claudius the Cruel, they're saying that he, in his time, needed men to enlist in the army. And many of the men were like, people were enlisting, but others were like, forget that, man. I'd rather be with the women and enjoy life. So what he did is he forbade marriage. And Saint Valentine, who was a priest or a local bishop, he used to secretly marry people. This secret marriage, this mut'ah, this secret nikah, right? So he used to do the secret marriages with people, and this secret was then exposed, and Saint Valentine was caught, and he was then executed, beheaded by Claudius the Cruel. Obviously, what else are you going to expect? That would just, in his court, they would probably just say, well, what do you think is going to happen? It is I, Claudius the Cruel. Thinking, well, I doubt I'm going to get a cake and tea. It's obviously, it's like the worst possible things. I might as well start picking them, which one, in which order. Right, so now So that's, and to commemorate this, Christians then chose this day. The other thing is that this date coincided with a pagan festival called Lupercalia. Now, Lupercalia was a pagan festival to celebrate love. So they kind of chose this date, the 14th of February, for that. Now, that's one version. It's not that sahih, but it's there. Other people say God knows what it was, but the point is, in the last few hundred years, it's become a thing, and it's definitely now a thing. I personally think, this is my personal thought, I think, look, religion's got nothing to do with it. I do think that it is I don't like Valentine's because, obviously, hey, lonely people, lonely... No, I don't like it because I think that this is simply a corporate scam to just rob people of their wealth, and just, it's become such a commercialized aspect that everybody's got to they've got to buy things, they've got to make bookings, they've got to do this. This one not nice for men, right? So right, so the thing is that, so because of this whole the stress it places on society, and I'm not talking about Muslims, society as a whole, it really stresses out people that they've got to compete and outdo other people, and they've got to kind of make I've got to do this for the Valentines. And then there's people who are lonely. So these people get really stressed and they become depressed because they haven't got anything for Valentines. And I want to help these people, I'm here to help. I'm here to help only the... Okay, we choose out of the genders. Qari Sahab, you can help that gender, I will help this gender. To help people. So it places a lot of stress on society. People get depressed with these kind of things. There's a huge... just to extort all this money from people. So I don't support Valentine's per se. I don't support it because of all of that kind of baggage. That said, I don't feel that it's haram. I don't feel like it's got anything, religion's got an issue with it at all. But I think it's just more the kind of shrewd, the brutal consumerism behind it is what I don't like. So that's my thoughts on it. But if somebody did want to do something on Valentine's, by all means, people, by all means. It is all about, this one you can go, it's a loving day, loving. I would say, let me quote, by the way, there are a lot of fatwa saying it's absolutely haram, and you get that from the Salafis and the Deobandis, and you're going to get that from loads of people. Maybe not everybody, but most. These people really have just out of sync with reality. Okay, it's not haram. And I've read a fatwa online by Uthaymeen quoting Ibn Taymiyyah saying that, if you celebrate the festivals, any festival of the kuffar, he said it like it's such a common sense thing. Like, he said it's only inevitable that you'll become a kafir. I was like, okay. So that's not how it is, people. You don't become a kafir by celebrating Valentine's, and you're not going to... Although I disagree with it from its consumerism aspect and the depression it causes for lonely people in society. But it's not haram Islamically, okay? It is... but right now, it is seen as the season of love, people. The season of love. Allah.